Anti-drug campaigners have criticised the Duke of Sussex for sending the wrong message to the young generation after he spoke again about using drugs. Prince Harry told in a live-streamed interview with therapist Dr Gabor Mate about how using cannabis, which is classified as a Class B drug, really helped him to get over with mental health issues after the death of his mother. Harry also spoke about his fruitful experience with the psychedelic drug ayahuasca, claiming it brought him a sense of relaxation, release, comfort, a lightness that he managed to hold onto for a period of time. Dr. Mate has been very vocal in support of decriminalizing drugs and has allegedly used ayahuasca to treat patients suffering from mental illness. Cocaine didn't do anything for me, it was more a social thing and gave me a sense of belonging for sure. I think it probably also made me feel different to the way I was feeling, which was kind of the point. Marijuana's different, that actually really helped me, Harry said in the interview. It puts into question whether Little Soldiers, Wellchild and the Invictus games will drop Harry over his drug use. Harry Markle blog wrote, "How does it look when Harold is patron of Scotty's Little Soldiers, Wellchild and the Invictus games? All entities that don't support drug use. Isn't it dangerous for a child to look up to Harry, hear him say that using weed can be useful, and then use it because Harry said so? How can a parent argue with that? If the charities and entities choose to continue their association with a known drug user who advocates the use of drugs, then they'll lose further support. How can people support their work when their patron endorses the use of drugs? They should think carefully about their own reputations rather than cling to a toxic raw connection." Fiona Spargo Mabs, who launched a drug education charity in her son Daniel's name following his accidental death at the age of 16 due to a drug overdose, termed Prince Harry's comments as concerning. "Our work is with under 18s, and our concern is that this can send a message that's going to make young people think that drugs are going to help them with stuff. It's really difficult," she said, according to the Daily Mail. "It's a time when a lot of them are struggling with their mental health. Numbers have really increased and access to support services is a real struggle, as services are incredibly stretched. Unfortunately, young people are getting the message from somewhere that drugs are going to help with their problems, and anything that reinforces that is a concern for us. Using drugs as a coping strategy is more likely to lead to dependence than other motivations, because that becomes how you're coping with something." She added, "He's been very public about his drug use, which is one thing, but the statement that it helped him is a concern for young people." Journalist and doctor Max Pemberton called Harry's comments hugely irresponsible. He speaks about using drugs that are illegal in this country, proclaiming the benefits he's enjoyed from cannabis and hallucinogens such as ayahuasca. "It's hugely irresponsible," he said. Harry plainly has no understanding of the serious damage these substances can wreak on their users. Damage that I see on mental health hospital wards with upsetting frequency. The outspoken television presenter Kirsty Allsop was equally scathing, saying Harry's actions were soaked in blood. She tweeted, "Someone needs to tell Prince Harry that county lines doesn't mean doing coke in the home counties. It means that stuff you took to ease your trauma was soaked in the blood of those who own trauma and lives are as far from your privileged bubble as it's possible to get."